Dallas, Texas right now. This is the home that I grew up in when I was about 8, 9 years old. Though I grew up in Dallas, the household I grew up in was a Nigerian household. The culture, the food, the music, everything was that kind of, that African culture. That's what this house means to me. So we're inside my house now. This is my dad, Dr. Sonny Acho, and we're looking at pretty much a scrapbook. It's crazy because my parents used to work a lot, obviously, to support the family, and I had 4 kids, yet they never missed a game. In an African household, education is of the utmost importance. My dad would threaten us sometimes. You don't get this B to an A or this B- to a B+, I'm taking you out of football.
We didn't really raise them to play ball, to be honest. We raised them to go to St. Mark's, to get the education, and go to Ivy League school. And all of a sudden, they got big, got quick, started moving people around, and they call it football. So we have to say, okay, let's do this.
It's so cool to be able to come home and know that that I made my parents proud, especially knowing all they've been through, coming from a developing country in Nigeria, not knowing what was going on, to be able to come to America. Now their 2 sons playing in the NFL. Like, stuff like that doesn't happen. So right now we are at my high school, St. Mark's School of Texas. It's the #1 college preparatory school in all of the state.
There it is.
Yeah, so.
And they got all your credentials right there too.
Yep,
so.
all the accolades, MVP, captain, Campbell Trophy, Warfel Trophy. Without this, it wouldn't have got here, you know what I mean? Every time I get a chance to come back home, come back to Dallas, I always try and come by this campus because it reminds me of, honestly, my roots. I went here my whole life, and because of my time here, that helped me become the man that I am today. Right now, we're in Oak Cliff Bible Fellowship, which is the church that I grew up going to. My dad was a pastor here for about 20 years. This is where I grew up. Every week, Sunday I was here, and Wednesday nights we came to the midweek services as well, and that's just a huge part of who I am. Honestly, this is the first time I've been back in a long time. It's so rare I get to be able to come back home. It's been years, and so I just think about listening to the choir, and some of the music, and think about hearing the pastors preach, and thinking about just being 10 years old in that pew right over there, sometimes playing around with my brother, sometimes taking notes and really understanding. But I just remember being a child and not knowing how important this place was until coming back like a time like this. Money doesn't motivate me. Success, fame, like my faith in Christ is what takes me everywhere.